Well, hey, y'all. I am back. I took a little break. Hello, Santa Cruz. Hello, SoCal. I'm going to read your rosters real quick, like, hi. All right, let me take my glasses off. Skating in blue, skating in purple and white, SoCal Roller Derby, the Kraken. Number 008, Ham Wheezy. Number 02, Trash Can Jones. Number 030, Shoddy. Number 10, Bubbles. Number 1031, Halloween. Number 1148, Rocks. Number 15, Midmax. Number 4, Mally Boomer. Number 43, Jax. Number 520, Avada. Number 66, Sugar Ray. Let me try that again. Number 66, Sugar Rage. Number 7, Slamurai. Those are your Kraken skaters. And over on the boardwalk Bombshells, we have 1384, Heloise. 149, Catastrophe. 15, Def Gen Wreckers. Number 22, Cleopatra Catastrophe. 23, Barry Blitz. 26, Amanda Conda. 3, Ace Ventura. 321, World of Hurt. 41, Queen Litigious. 44, Tornado Two-Spirit. 51, Toxic Bliss. 59, Climax. 65, Brick the Brick. 88, Kraken Whip. And 95, Splendora. Out there on the track for this first jam, we've got Climax and Bubbles jamming. Already have a Pivot sitting over in that ACS penalty box for SoCal. That is, I believe, let me see, Jax in the penalty box. It's been a while since I've done this by myself, but I'm having fun. Bubbles out of the pack first, has put 8 points on the board as the lead jammer for the Kraken. And a little star stash by Climax. Getting that back on before we hit the back of the pack, and Bubbles calls it off. Boardwalk Bombshells held at 0 in the first jam. And we've got Malaboomer on the line. You missed me, didn't ya? It's all right, your aim will get better next time. All right, dumb jokes, y'all. Def Gen Wreckers out there for Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz? Why the heck did I say it like that? Malaboomer getting recycled back to the back. Up at the front, Def Gen Wreckers trying to get out, gets knocked to the outside and recycled back. Oh no, Def Gen Wreckers headed to that ACS penalty box for a cut. Thank you, Sydney Vicious, for showing me that hand sign. I appreciate you. And Malaboomer now out of the pack with lead jammer status for the Kraken. And it looks like number 33, Vermilion Valkyr headed to that ACS penalty box. Boomer now coming back around into the pack after putting 4 points up, looking to put some more points on. The power jam has come to an end, though, as Def Gen Wreckers has returned to that pack. Def Gen on an initial pass, I believe. Nope, headed back to that ACS penalty box for a second cut. Def Gen, nope, Malaboomer getting recycled all the way back there. That is Splendora and a short announcer. Oh, Heloise out there holding on to Malaboomer. Boomer putting up 5 more points. Taking the Kraken up to 13 points in this game. Wow. Yep. Halloween coming to the line for the Kraken, and Def Gen still over in that ACS penalty box, giving the Kraken a power start. Holly out of that pack immediately, taking lead status for the Kraken for the 3rd time in a row in 3 jams. And Holly through, putting 4 points on the board for the Kraken. That pack holding steady over there, spreading out a little bit as Holly comes back in and Def Jam returns to the track. Holly getting knocked to the outside here at the front, going back in. That was, sorry, Catastrophe taking Holly out at the front of the pack. Def Jam now in the pack. I do believe there is yep, there was a star pass. Jammer is, I'm trying to see the number of the jammer. Who was the pivot? I can't read that. All kinds of chaos out there. Holly headed to that ACS penalty box after putting 12 points up on the board. That does mean that the jam will go on the full 2 minutes, but there's only about 30 seconds left on the clock. Kraken now at 25. And blue 2-2, Cleopatra Catastrophe headed over to the ACS penalty box now. Santa Cruz just working on defense, trying to hold on to Sugar Rage and Rick the Brick out there jamming this time. Sugar Rage already out of the pack, taking lead status for the Kraken. And it looks like number 2 from the Kraken, that is Trash Can Jones, headed to that ACS penalty box right as 2-2 from Santa Cruz. Cleopatra Catastrophe is released. And 4-1 from Santa Cruz, Queen Litigious heads over to that ACS penalty box. We did not have a successful star pass like I thought we did earlier. I don't know. I'm confusing myself. Don't listen to me. Well, actually, do listen to me. Rick the Brick out of the pack, putting 4 points on the board for the Bombshells. All right, guys, the score is currently 41-4. Kraken in the lead. We've got number 26 out there jamming, Amanda Conda for Santa Cruz. And number 10 back on the line, Bubbles for the Kraken. And Bubbles is already out of that pack with lead jammer status. Heloise headed to that ACS penalty box now. Bubbles through the pack, putting 4 points on the board for the Kraken as Shadi heads to that ACS penalty box. Sorry about that. Had a moment. Bubbles back in the pack, looking to put 4 more points up with a hop from outside to inside lane. Bubbles puts another 4 points on the board for a total of 12 so far in this jam. And we have a forearm being called on 4-3. That is Jax headed to the ACS penalty box for that forearm, as the rest of the players who were sitting down over there cogitating their choices return to the track. We do have a star pass on the Bombshells to Barry Blitz. And And 16 points on the board for the Kraken in that last jam. Looks like 3 points on the board. Nope, 19 points on the board for the Kraken in that last jam. We got Climax and Maliboomer out there. Both jammers starting at our Sacramento copy and print jam line and now engaged in the pack right up there by the pivot line. Blockers absolutely closing ranks, grabbing a hold of Maliboomer. They're taking Maliboomer to the inside. Maliboomer comes back in behind the pack, goes back in as over here on the other side. Climax is also being recycled all the way back there. Maliboomer now out of the pack, getting that lead status. That, I believe, as we're in Jam 6, means that the Kraken have controlled lead jammer every single jam up to this point. This is what I'm good at. Boomer getting tangled up there at the front of the pack. Climax now out on the initial pass, looking to get back in there and put some more points up. Boomer taking that outside lane, gets knocked down by 51. That was Toxic Bliss, and calls it off. Not before putting that not before Santa Cruz manages to put 4 points up on the board as well. And another 4 points for the Kraken, so 4 and 8. Score is now Boardwalk Bombshells 8, the Kraken 68. We are in Jam 7, and I have Rick the Brick and Halloween jamming. Rick the Brick gets recycled back to the back of the pack there as Halloween pops out with lead status for the Kraken. And we've got Shoddy headed back to that ACS penalty box. Rick the Brick out of the pack now, headed back in on a scoring lap, and Holly calls it off after putting 4 points up on the board. Sugar Rage coming to the line for the Kraken. And Amanda Conda coming back to the line for Santa Cruz. 72-8 as we head into Jam 8. That ACS penalty box has a couple of skaters, one from each team over there sitting down, so we have a 3-on-3 pack out there right now. Let's see how that's going to play out. Sugar Rage jumping out of the pack, dodging Cleopatra Catastrophe at the front of the pack to get that lead status for the Kraken. Santa Cruz blockers setting up at the back of the pack to catch Sugar Rage up at the front. Amanda Conda struggling to get out past the Kraken blockers, and Sugar Rage now out, putting 4 on the board for the Kraken. Pack resetting there. There comes Sugar Rage again. 4 more points on the board for the Kraken. Amanda Conda stashing that star, and now passing it to Catastrophe. And Sugar Rage goes through the pack one last time, putting another 4 points up on the board for a total of 12 unanswered points in that last jam. Bubbles and Climax back out there on the line. Third jam for each of them so far in this game. Both jammers pushing on the outside there. Both jammers now outside on the front straightaway and being recycled back. Shoddy doing a great job of recycling Climax back further than Bubbles had to be recycled back. We're already 20 seconds into this jam without a lead jammer being declared yet. And Climax stashing that cover means that Climax will not be eligible to get that lead jam status, even if Bubbles doesn't. But Bubbles did get out of the pack first and has lead status for the Kraken. And with a star pass to Barry Blitz, we now have both jammers out of the pack on scoring laps. And Bubbles puts at least 3 up on the board and calls it off, bringing Kraken up to 87. Malaboomer on the line with Rick the Brick. Santa Cruz flinging blockers all over the track. I love that for them. Malaboomer sliding past those Santa Cruz blockers, putting lead status once again on the Kraken side. Rick the Brick out of the pack now as well. And Boomer puts 4 on the board and calls it off. Amanda Conda coming to the line for the Bombshells. Holly Ween coming to the line for the Kraken. Team Timeout Blue, I'm going to take this time out to send a thank you out to our officials this time around. We've got Speed Bump, It Took a Mint, Rachel Scarson, Angry Ogre, Ms. Judgment, Rex Blocker, Millie Dread, Bambi Lance, Crying Wolf, Umpire Strikes Back, Danger Muffin, McCollister, Sydney Vicious, Chewback Offa, Lollipop'em, Don Scorleone, and Spike out there for us during this game. We appreciate our officials. Thank you so much for giving us your time, your energy, and your love. Yes, cheer the officials. I hear you out there in the crowd. I'd like to hear more of you out there in the crowd, because I'm amplified, but you should still be louder than me. That rolling whistle means we are ready to get back out there on the track. Ha, there she is. I lost sight of Amanda Conda for a moment there. I had to make sure she was there, still on the track. I'm trying. Holly Ween out of the pack first. However, Amanda Conda out of the pack now as well. Holly puts 4 on the board and calls it off. Climax up on the line with Sugar Rage. And Sugar Rage going to that inside lane, finding an opening and getting out very quickly, taking the lead status. That pack almost at a standstill at turn 2 as Climax gets out of the pack now. And Sugar Rage recycled back. Santa Cruz down a blocker as their blocker reports to the ACS penalty box. I didn't see the number 9-5. That's Splendora over there in that ACS penalty box. Splendora and I getting to know each other a little bit before the game. I was given permission to focus on Splendora. I have consent. I won't do that, though, because I'm too busy focusing on everybody that's out there. This time we have Rick the Brick on the line with Bubbles. Bubbles out of the pack first, taking lead status as that pack kind of standing still at the Sacramento copy and print jam line, holding on to Rick the Brick. Bubbles now putting 4 points on the board and taking the Kraken over the century mark in jam 13. That's right, lucky 13. Barry Blitz again taking that star pass for the Bombshells. That is the third star pass that Barry Blitz has taken out of 4 star passes on the Bombshells so far in this game. 8 points on the board for the Kraken total in that last jam. Unanswered by the Bombshells. Now we got Mally Boomer back out there. I am now trained to look at you when I say your name. And Amanda Conda, both of them on their 4th jam so far in this game. And Heloise just sitting down on Boomer there at the back of the pack, trading places very quick with Ace Ventura. Oh, Boomer headed to that ACS penalty box. And that gives the Bombshells their first lead jam of the game. Way to go, Amanda Conda. And Santa Cruz with that power jam out there, just looking to try to clear a space for Amanda Conda to get through the pack. The Kraken doing a great job at quickly resetting up in the front of the pack and holding on to Amanda Conda as that power jam comes to an end. Mally Boomer sliding into the back of the pack there, going back to the ACS penalty box for a low block for that slide into the pack. That pack holding steady on turn 1 as they Kraken focus on holding Amanda Conda at the back of the pack, recycling her back, not to leave the teammate alone. In the ACS penalty box now, both the pivot and the jammer for the Kraken. Oh, it seems like the pivots don't want to be separated, though, because we've got Katastra Fifi going over to sit down in that ACS penalty box as well. And that pack, once again, back on turn 1. I don't think they've gotten past turn 1 yet. There's been a lot of recycling. And just like that, 4 points on the board for the Bombshells at the very last second in that jam, taking them up to 12. No points on the board for the Kraken in the last jam. Now we've got Climax back out there. And SoCal calling for a timeout. It will be a power start for Santa Cruz when we come back because SoCal's jammer is still over in that ACS penalty box. While we have a moment, let's talk. So I know you guys know that the Rainbow Families is here. They are a nonprofit organization dedicated to serving the needs of all LGBTQ plus families and those considering parenthood. $5 donation today to make a beaded bracelet that is going to be to commemorate the weekend. Rainbow Families are donating funds back to the SRD Juniors, the Beastie Bears. So if you get a chance, go over there. I didn't get a chance to make a bracelet, but I did go over and make a donation, and I have a lovely memory now of this weekend and of Rainbow Families. That whistle means we're ready to go, and we still have a power start for Climax. That whistle starts it. And Climax finding that inside lane, just scooting past those Kraken blockers, getting that lead status for the Bombshells. Boomer returning to the track now. That power jam comes to an end. And it looks like Barry Blitz is headed into the ACS penalty box. Now that pack holding steady over on turn 1, holding on to both Climax and Malaboomer. Up at the front, a star pass on SoCal. Yep. To Rocco. Rocco rocks. Sorry, rocks. Small print, old eyes. That's what I'm going with. Rick the Brick coming back up to the Sacramento copy and print jam line. And I believe I see Holly Ween out there as well. Now whistle starts it. Our ACS penalty box currently has one Santa Cruz blocker in it. That comes to an end right as soon as I say that, of course. And, ooh, Holly Ween out of the pack, gets that lead status for the Kraken. We are on Jam 16. And it looks like with a star stash, interesting. It looks like there was some confusion about who the pivot was on Santa Cruz, because I'm not sure if that was a star stash or a star pass to a non-pivot. I'm not sure what happened with that. All right, so we've got Rick the Brick back out there. Rick the Brick is in the penalty box. That's what happened. I just can't see. I'm short. So Rick the Brick in the penalty box. Power start for Sugar Rage, who is the lead jammer. And Rage has put up 4 points so far in this jam, bringing the Kraken up to 115. Santa Cruz Bombshells being held at 16. That pack holding steady over there on turn 1. Not waiting, holding on to those jammers. Right there at the turn, Rick the Brick struggling against a solid white wall. Up in the front, Holly doing a little spin to get out and put 4 more points on the board. For, not Holly, Rage. Sorry, Rage.
Somebody says, I love your name, Holly Ween.
Oh, yes, we have a Twitch shout out for Holly Ween. Holly Ween, somebody on Twitch loves your name. I do as well. Okay. Back out on the track, right there at the apex between turns 1 and 2. Santa Cruz has brought Rage to a standstill up at the front, just past the turn in the front straightaway. Rick the Brick being held by the Kraken blockers. Sugar escaping there, putting another 4 points on the board for the Kraken, bringing their score to currently 1, 2, 3. I don't know, it made me happy. We do not have a lead jammer in that jam.
I'm trying to tell them that something, but I shouldn't.
How come you're not announcing it?
I was reading. There's no way for them.
Bubbles on the line again for the Kraken. It looks like Barry Blitz is going to take that star from the beginning of the jam for the first time today. Bubbles through on that inside lane, instantly out of the pack, getting the lead status for the Kraken. And Barry still at the back of the pack as Bubbles re-enters on a scoring pass. Barry looking to that outside, getting knocked just out, recycling back behind number 43 for the Kraken. We've got Catastrophe returning to the track as Toxic Bliss exits the track for that ACS penalty box. Bubbles now on a second scoring pass. Barry Blitz still in the pack, being held by the Kraken here. Bubbles has put 8 points on the board so far in this jam. Whoa, Bubbles going down to the outside there, taken out by Splendora. Yep, Splendora, I believe. Well, I know. And it looks like Barry still holding on to that star cover up at the front, has it stashed. At the back of the pack, ooh, nice little twist around, using those hips to get around the Bombshell blockers. Bubbles is out of the pack now on a third scoring pass and headed back in for a fourth with less than 30 seconds left in this jam. Oh my gosh, we're down to 2 minutes left in the half. Have I really been talking for half an hour already? It doesn't feel like it. I rarely get to talk like this at Sacramento. And Bubbles back in that pack, still looking to put a couple more points back up as we are rounding out this jam. With just about 3 seconds left on the clock, Bubbles calls it off. Malaboomer back out on the track. Why does that make me jump? With Climax, I think it's the shoulders. I feel very intimidated. Can you tell? Do I look intimidated? 14 points for the Kraken in that last jam, bringing their score to 139-16 for the Bombshells. Climax and Malaboomer out there. Tornado Two-Spirit getting a hold of Boomer at the back, and Climax almost out at the front. Actually, Climax did get out enough to earn that lead status for the Bombshells. Both, oh, look at that. We have a star pass to Rocks on the Kraken. And Climax calls it off. Not before putting up 3 points. Nope, wait. 4 points for the Bombshells, 3 points for the Kraken. 20-142 now. I've got Halloween out there with Rick the Brick. Halloween already out of the pack, getting lead status for the Kraken. Kraken's pivot, that is Jax, headed to the ACS penalty box. Not going to be alone over there in the penalty box for long as, oh, that's Splendora headed over there to the ACS penalty box to join Jax for just a moment. And it looks like Holly is about to get out and put those 4 points on the board. Running that clock down just to make sure they get their pivot back out of the ACS penalty box and add some more points to the score. And Halloween calls it off, bringing us to the halftime. As we head into halftime, the current score is Boardwalk Bombshells 24, Kraken 150. Fun stats if you want to know. It looks like the Kraken had 5, 10, 15, 16 leads in that last half. Bombshells had 3, and we had 1 jam where there was no lead called. It's pretty impressive. All right, guys, we are going to take a little halftime break. Hello, volunteers. I need track maintenance. We need some sweeping done out on turn 1. The track's a little mucky out there and kind of scurry. So track maintenance, whoever thou be, I need your assistance, please. Mantras. Thank you, Mantra. I see you with the broom. You're my hero. Actually, you're the skaters' heroes. Who else is out there? Yeah. I was told turn 1, probably inside the track and outside because it was a ref that came to me. You ready?
I'll be ready.
You gotta put your headset on.
Well, it's 1 second, 1 second.
I'm gonna ask you to wear it this way. We found feedback when it's on the other way. We don't know why. Nope. This way.
I don't like that sound.
I understand, but it's better than the thing ringing in my ears.
Is it ringing right now?
No, but we're getting weird feedback, and it stopped when we had the mic on this side. If I get feedback, I am going to pick something up and toss it at you. This little duck. I'm going to fling the goose at you. Ah! Not yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But we could at any minute. You're also not on the air yet.
Hello.
You're on the air now.
1 minute to the next half. Are we excited, people? Yes? Yes.
Look at that. There's energy in the crowd.
Woo.
All right.
Jammers are ready. That's number 10, Bubbles, and number 59, Climax. Do we have any Twitch comments? Comments, concerns, questions?
No, we haven't gotten anything new.
Wow, why is the Twitch sleeping? Come on, people, wake up.
Oh, no, that's great. Let's go Max, because we've got mid-max out there.
Let's go, Climax. Twitch says.
And we've got Climax out there. Yeah.
There you go. I want to burp. Sorry.
No, that's fine. And we are ready to roll again. That rolling whistle from our jam timer. Thank you so much for that. Chicken. I can't stop myself every time she walks by.
Okay. Bubbles taking that out and getting lead. Meanwhile, Climax is fighting a 4-wall of white. Splendora coming out, doing a little bit of offense. Bubbles gets through. One less hit by, I believe that's Ace, number 3. Bubbles coming around one more time. Hit on the Splendora.
Bubbles recycling back to the back after falling to the inside.
And Climax makes it out of the pack.
Bubbles calling it off.
Yep, quick points and call.
Have to put us back on the air. There we go.
That's number 65 for Santa Cruz.
Rick the Brick jamming for Santa Cruz, and Maliboomer out of the box jamming for the Kraken. Looks like Maliboomer did get lead status this time.
Rick taking the start off, looking to pass it to Pivot. Pivot busy engaging with Maliboomer. Maliboomer being patient, waiting for their offense. Number 65 for Santa Cruz. Rick the Brick fighting that 3-wall right there. Leaning in and pushing.
Boomer sliding out, putting that 4 points on the board for the Kraken and approaching that pack again. Oh, finding that opening on the outside lane, putting 4 more points on the board for the Kraken. Catastrophe from Santa Cruz headed to the ACS penalty box for a direction of play.
Yeah, that's their pivot, I believe. Yeah, that's a
Yep.
pivot. Number 65 finally out of the pack. Not
Boomer-
making it through.
No, Boomer putting 4 more points on the board and calling it off.
There's a 16-point jam. Is that the highest?
I believe so. We may have had a 20-point jam earlier, but I think, honestly, I've announced so much today, I don't know what game is what by this point.
All right, I'm keeping track.
Okay.
So far this half, 16 is the highest scoring game. This half.
Halloween on the line for the Kraken.
All right, and that's number 23, Barry Blitz. Barry Blitz fighting Shoddy and company.
Yep. Up at the front of the pack, Halloween sliding out, getting that lead status once again for
Shoddy
the Kraken.
recycles all the way to the back. Number 23 fighting that 3-wall again. That tripod is strong.
You know, both pivots are over in the ACS penalty box at the moment. Holly now out, putting 4 on the board for the Kraken.
Number 23 going to the penalty box. That's a jammer penalty for Santa Cruz. That means power jam for the
Holly.
Kraken.
Yep.
Halloween.
Not a great, it's a perfect name for this season.
Yes, it is. Halloween calling it off. 8 points for the Kraken. Freezes the jammer in the penalty box. Gives them a power jam to Star.
And we're going to see Sugar Rage take that power jam. Barry Blitz still in that ACS penalty box, finishing up that penalty from the last jam.
Number 66 almost out.
Oh, with a nice slide there around the turn. Not a jump.
Not a jump, just a slide.
Sugar Rage gets the lead status.
Penalty box starting to empty right now. Barry Blitz back on the track for Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz locking down the jammer right there. Ooh, jammer through the middle.
And Rage out of the pack, putting 4 points on the board after a scramble here at the apex between turns 3 and 4.
Barry Blitz fighting the tripod in the back.
A little twist around. Heloise there puts Sugar Rage up against a 3-wall from Santa Cruz here at the front of the pack. Ooh.
Splendora taking out
Yep.
66 and recycle all the way to the back.
Rage trying desperately to stay on that track, but the skate was already out.
Yeah. They were hoping for a 1-footer.
Barry Blitz has that star stashed at the moment, trying to get out on a qualifying lap, correct?
Yes, star pass being
Star pass goes to 51. Toxic Bliss taking that. And coming out after another 4 on the board, Rage calls it off.
all right. Let's see who do we get in the line right now. That's number 15.
Death.
Jersey says GJ
Death Gen Records.
Records. And that's number 10, Bubbles.
That's your wife? That's your derby wife? I freaking love her name.
We're
The Jen.
Bubbles pushing and gets lead. Number 15 still fighting that tripod. Number 15 gets some offense. One last hit.
A Kraken whip headed to that ACS penalty box.
Long drop back by number 43.
You don't have to hustle, it's okay. Bubbles out of the back, putting another 4 points on the board for the Kraken. Kraken heading very close to that second century, second bucket,
Okay.
as you like to say.
Yeah, second bucket. And star pass. Oh, attempted star
Nope.
pass.
Attempted
High
star
block
pass.
happening.
DJ, Okay, see, I didn't know the nickname. DJ headed to that ACS penalty box.
And that's a power jam for Bubbles right now. Bubbles gonna go ahead and call it. Just got quick forward called, setting it up for the power star for, let's see who's coming for that power star. That's number 4, Mally Boomer.
Yep, Boomer headed out for that power start.
Look at
12
her.
points taking the Kraken over that second century mark. We got about 22 minutes left in this game. We're headed into Jam 6.
Blue setting up.
Love that energy from the bench. Boomer immediately caught by, let's see, that's Splendora.
And Boomer gets lead.
Yep. It was Splendora and Cleo out there. Is it Cleo?
Boomer gets taken down. Up and fighting Splenda.
Splendora taking Boomer to the outside there. A hop on the inside, though, after a quick recovery, puts 4 more points on the board for the Kraken.
DJ makes it out on their initial pass. Looking to start to score some points.
And Boomer calls it off on the back straightaway.
I would have not noticed. I probably wouldn't know.
Climax and Holly on the line.
Do we have anybody on the penalty box? Nobody. Penalty box empty.
That is a full pack on the track.
Is that 80 wheels?
10 times 2,
That's 80.
10 times 4, yeah. I don't know.
That's 80.
Yeah, 10 times 8, because each skate has 4 wheels, 8 wheels per person. Yeah, that's 80 wheels on the track. Don't make me do math, I'm pretty.
Halloween getting lead for White, and Climax gets a penalty. That's a cut track. Kraken enjoying a power jam right now. Let's see what they do with it. Ooh, Halloween, big hit on the pivot, 51. 51 laying it out. 51, the pivot for Santa Cruz getting a penalty.
That is Toxic Bliss headed over there for a direction of play.
Halloween makes it through for 4. Continues to skate.
Climax coming back into that pack very fast. Tornado Two-Spirit headed to the ACS penalty box.
Halloween taking one last hit from, I believe that's Queen.
12 points on the board for the Kraken in that last jam.
0 for Bombshells.
No, 1 for the Bombshells.
Oh, 1. Oh, they managed to sneak on 1.
Sorry, that was loud in the mic. I apologize.
Look at that.
I get
number
excited.
65 and 66.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who's 65? 65 is
Rick the Brick
Rick the Brick.
and Sugar Rage.
Splendor lays a hit on Rick the Brick and gets a penalty called on them. That's a cut.
Yep, Sugar Rage headed to that ACS penalty box for the cut.
Oh, and
getting a
upgraded.
second penalty, probably for failure to leave the track.
Yes, correct. So sitting for 1 minute.
That is an incredible power jam opportunity for Rick the Brick. And it looks like Santa Cruz does have all of their blockers back out on the track.
Number 65 almost out. Couple more blockers to go through. That's 2 blockers. Gets taken out, recycled by the pivot.
Look at that pack holding steady right there as they start into turn 1 and recycling back now all the way back to the Sacramento copy and print jam line.
That was number 33. 33 being, let's see, That's Vermilion
Valkyr.
Valkyr. What a pretty name.
Isn't that a beautiful name?
Yes. Number 65 still fighting those blockers. Kraken blockers laying it down.
Oh, Sugar Rage has returned to the track.
And lays out the pivot for Santa Cruz.
Yep.
Sugar Rage
Not
coming
the
around.
lead because of that trip to the penalty box.
Yes. All right. Sugar Rage getting 4 points. So no lead assessment because the jammer for Santa Cruz took the start off and passed it to number 53, who is the pivot in number 53. That is
Toxic Bliss.
Bliss, what a bliss.
8 points on the board for the Kraken in that last jam. We are now at 16 and a half minutes, headed into jam 9.
That's number 10 on the line for Kraken. That's Bubbles. And that's number
That's Barry Blitz, so
23.
that's 23, yep. Bubbles going straight for that inside lane that has been so successful the first few, most of the jams Bubbles has been out there. Didn't quite find it on the inside. Both jammers now out of the pack. Bubbles coming out just ahead of Barry Blitz.
penalty for 520 on white. 520, that's
Avada.
Evada. Is it Evada?
I say Avada like Avada Kedavra from Harry Potter.
I don't know who that is.
It's a curse.
No
Don't
idea.
ask. I'm nerd, okay?
Timeout being called by the officials.
It is an official timeout. I want to thank our medics who are sitting here in front of us. We appreciate you guys being here so much. We hope you're enjoying the game and not having to do a whole lot of medical care.
Make some noise for the medics, people. Yes, yes, thank you.
We want them to be here. We want them to enjoy the game, but we can't do it if they're not here. So it's real important that we appreciate them. And they are sponsored, by the way, by Lowe's Chiropractic. I have said the ad reads so many times, I might know them by heart.
Oh, let's give it a try.
No.
Official timeout coming to an end. That's number 4, Mally Boomer for the Kraken. And that's number 15, DJ for Santa Cruz. Mally Boomer doing a little bit of offense. Mally Boomer gets taken out, comes back.
Both jammers getting recycled back there for a hot minute now.
Mally Boomer patiently
Gets-
waits for the offense, spin into lead, and comes around. DJ still fighting the white blockers. DJ takes the star off to pass it. Someone's getting a penalty.
Somebody got a forearm up. Looks like it's DJ with that forearm, headed to the ACS penalty box as Boomer comes out and puts another 4 points on the board for the Kraken.
Hitting the pack hard. Kraken running some offense for Boomer.
Catastrophe, Heloise, and can't
3-1.
thank you for
World
that.
hurt.
888, Kraken whip out there, yep.
Boomer coming around one more time. Let's see, takes it in.
Yep.
Quick 4. Coach says run it.
12 points on the board so far for the Kraken in this jam.
Jammer for Santa Cruz back on the track.
Oh, Boomer taking a spill there at turn 3 as Santa Cruz blockers line up and hold Boomer. Boomer trying to spin around there, finding Ventura in the way. In the back, DJ is back on the track.
Boomer taking a little spill, being recycled by, that's number 88. Makes it through. 4 points. Look at those fingers wiggling. Thank you. I believe that's Sydney. Sydney Vicious, right?
Yep, that is Sid.
Is that 3 or 4?
I'm seeing 3. So there were 3 points in that last pass. 15 points total for the Kraken in the last jam, bringing the score to 25 for the Bombshells. 245 for the Kraken. We've got Holly back out there for the Kraken with Climax for Santa Cruz.
59 Climax. Pivot takes a spill. Climax runs through and makes it out.
Both jammers now out of the pack and racing back to the back.
Holly
pack-
Ween.
Speeding up, trying to stay ahead.
Climax makes it through the end for 4 points, while Holly Ween still fighting some of the blue blockers.
That pack moving very quickly, making it hard to get out, and Holly calls it off before Climax can get back in and put another 4 points on the board.
4-4, that's a wash.
Thank you. I went to say the 4, and the Tees just decided they wanted to do that.
That's not good.
That's what it is.
Timeout White.
The Kraken calling for a timeout. While our skaters may visit Lowe's Chiropractic for their sports-related injury, Dr. Lowe also works with patients suffering from chronic pain, personal injury, headaches, and auto accidents. Find them on your favorite social media platform or visit loweschiropractic.com.
Nice. And if you would like more information on the next Adult 1-1 program, please email recleague@sacramentorollerderby.com. We're always ready to train you and happy to have you join roller derby.
Hey, the MVP awards will be for the entire tournament, not game by game. Please place your votes for tournament MVP, MVP, MVJ, top NSO, and top official. There are paper ballots located near the locker rooms. Winners will be announced on Sunday during the halftime of the last game.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I mean, yeah.
And this election will not be rigged. Jams on. Number 66, I believe, Sugar Rage, makes it through, gets lead. Number 65, still fighting those blockers. That's Rick the Brick. Number 44, 444, taking out 66. 444, Tornado 2 Spirit, picking up a penalty. Heading to the box. Sugar Rage makes it through, 4 points. Star pass to number 26. Penalty for one of the Kraken blockers. Let me see, what's the number? Can't see the number. I believe that's number 008.
That would be Ham Wheezy.
Pivot number 33 for White goes to the penalty box. Number 95, Splendora, goes to the penalty box as well. Another penalty for Blue.
That is a busy ACS penalty box over there.
Busy, busy, busy.
Maybe just calm down a little. Give our penalty box people a break.
I think they like the chaos. I think they enjoy it.
I mean, they do volunteer for this. Looks like we got Barry Blitz back out there on the line.
And that is the pivot for Santa Cruz. Only blocker from Santa Cruz right now.
Oof. And Bubbles jamming for SoCal. That is what you call a micro pack.
Now that's what? 24 wheels? No.
There's only 5 of them out there. Oh, look at that love.
That's 40 wheels on the ground right now.
That's
On the track. Well, on the track. There's
5 times 8.
more
Yeah,
than
that's 40 minutes. On the track. On the track. We're not even going to try to count the number of
Oh, no.
SO wheels on the track.
That's not math that I'm willing to do. Oh, they're doing the Macarena? Is that what's happening?
There was some kind of excited cheer happening out there to Let's Go Crazy by Prince. I think they were going crazy. I can't even do that motion with my head.
Which one?
No, I can't do it. My head doesn't want to. There we go.
Timeout coming to an end.
What? Go Slammy. And hello, Hitty.
Hello, Hitty. Miss you. Allie says, miss you. Bubbles makes it through. Lead, number 23, right behind Bubbles. Tornado returning to the track. Santa Cruz getting ready to receive Bubbles. Bubbles takes it out. Number 23, almost out. Fighting those two blockers. Makes it through for 4 points. Bear blitz, and Bubbles makes it through for another 4 and calls it off. That's 8 for Kraken, 4 for Boardwalk Bombshells.
There you go.
Wow. I'm bad at this.
You're not bad at this. You are perfect and glorious.
Thank you.
I'm not tracking penalties.
Climax back on the track. Number 4, Mally Boomer, also on the track. Getting met by a wall of blue. Mally Boomer having a little bit of trouble with that blue wall. Climax decides to take the out. One more blocker is there. Boom! And Mally Boomer uses their blocker friend to get it out and collect lead. Climax makes it out. Boomer gonna collect some points. Let's see. Boomer collects some points and calls it off. Not allowing Climax to get to the pack and collect points.
1 point on the board for the Kraken in that last jam.
One single digit.
Looks like. Oh, go ahead.
266 for Kraken, 36 for Bombshells.
And we've got Rick the Brick and Halloween back out on the line.
We're just under 9 minutes left for this half. All right, Halloween decides to take the out. Met by 2 blockers. Splendora, last line of defense. Tripod becomes 1 again. Splendora and company heading to the penalty box. 2 blockers for Santa Cruz. Halloween makes it out. Rick still fighting the wall. Takes the star off, attempting to pass the star. Halloween takes it in with a little spin. Collects 4 points. In cuts, interesting. Probably their skates went out. Halloween heading to the penalty box.
There was a successful star pass on the Bombshells. Your jammer now, Amanda Conda.
Number 26.
Correct. Amanda Conda getting knocked out on turn 1, recycling back in very quickly.
Yes. Penalty box emptying for Santa Cruz. 2 blockers back on the track. Recycle happening all the way to the back. Trapper getting ready. And 26 makes it through. 4 points for Amanda Conda. Jammer for White back on the track.
Halloween back on the track and out of the pack now, putting 4 points on the board for the Kraken.
Amanda Conda being recycled all the way to the back.
SoCal's 5-2-0 headed to the ACS penalty box. That is Avada in the ACS penalty box.
Shoddy recycling Amanda Conda right there all the way to the back. Amanda Conda tries the middle. 1 hit, 2 hits. Shoddy last line. No pack. Amanda Conda makes it through. 4 points for Amanda Conda. Halloween fighting blue right there in the back. Offense coming. Jam ends.
That was some hard hitting right there at the end as skaters flew everywhere.
Let's see. Kraken ended up getting 11 points and Bombshells 8. Bringing Bombshells up to 44 and Kraken to 277.
Barry Blitz on the line for Santa Cruz for the 5th time in this half.
And that's
Sugar Rage on the line for the 4th time in this half.
Sugar Rage almost out. Pivot for Santa Cruz gets there. Now number 3, Ace. Number 3 holding the jammer.
Sugar Rage out, taking lead status once again for the Kraken.
Number 23 fighting the white wall right now. Penalty getting called. Multiplayer for white blocker. That's the pivot. I believe that's number 7. 7 is
Slamurai.
Slamurai, yes. Another penalty coming in. Another multiplayer for...
That's Shoddy headed in for that multiplayer.
Yes. And Sugar Rage fighting blue in the front. That is Queen.
Oh, Barry.
Big hit by the jammer.
Barry thought they were going to slide through there.
Jammer
However,
on-
Sugar Rage saw that coming and
Put a stop to it.
absolutely. Rage now out of the pack, putting another 4 points on the board for the Kraken.
And would you look at that star pass happened to the pivot.
That is Catastrophe now, your jammer.
Number 66 goes ahead and calls it off. Collecting, let's see, how many more points?
Looks like 2 more points on the board in that last pass for
That's-
Rage.
That's 10. And do you know how many points there are until 300? That's
13.
13, and then they'll get another bucket.
And back out on the line, Bubbles, but we have a timeout being called.
Oh.
Hey, remember, guys, tomorrow night we do have an after party.
Adjustment to the score. Kraken actually collected all 4 on that last pass, bringing
Nice.
them down to 12 instead of 10. Bubbles on the line for Kraken, and 56 Climax for Bombshells. Blue pivot heading to the penalty box. That's number 51, Toxic Bliss. Climax gets taken out, ran back. Splendora, one little hit on Bubbles.
Bubbles getting super low and just rolling through the pack there.
Low, low, low.
Oh, I wonder if that's on the playlist. I don't remember. Bubbles putting 4 points on the board, finding Santa Cruz blocker
Number 95 is
Splendora.
Splendora.
in the way and recycling all the way back there as
Oh, Bubbles gets taken out by number 22.
Cleo and Heloise out there with Splendora and Toxic Bliss holding on to Bubbles here at the back of the pack. Bubbles using those toe stops right on the outside lane on the edge of that track, does get out and puts another 4 points on the board for the Kraken.
Pivot for Santa Cruz going to the penalty box, joining the other pivot for Kraken in the
And
penalty box.
Climax almost back up to the back of the pack before Bubbles calls it off.
Bubbles said, "You shall not get points."
Oh my goodness, we have 2.5 minutes left on the game clock. Malaboomer on the line. Not looking this time with Rick the Brick.
Boomer, do the thing.
Boomer just likes to mess with me now. We've built a relationship.
Number 4 against number 65. Rick the Brick.
No, the score.
Oh, 301, 3 buckets.
That's what I was giving you. I was putting it there for you.
Boomer doing a little jump right there. I don't know about little, it was a full-on jump to lead. Boomer coming around, whoop, on the out. Gets taken out by Queen Litigious. Boomer gets to re-enter as Boomer little spill right there. Number 43 helping Boomer right there.
Yeah, Jack's getting up there and giving Boomer some offensive help as Boomer gets out and puts 3 points on the board because there was a no pass, no penalty.
Yeah. No errant point on that last pass.
Star pass to Toxic Bliss. This is the third star pass Toxic has taken in this game. Actually, third pass in this half.
Boomer calls it off. 7 points. 3:08.
And with just under a minute left on the clock, we have Barry Blitz on the line.
And that's Halloween, number 1031.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky indeed. 5 seconds gets called. Let's see what happens.
Holly going to the outside, getting recycled all the way back by Splendora. And I heard a little short whistle there. It does look like Holly came back out but got a cut. So Halloween headed to the penalty box. We also have somebody headed to the penalty box. Oh, the pivot headed to the penalty box for a multiplayer,
And
which leaves
Barry Blitz in a power jam and also lead, so they can control this jam and end it whenever they want. Oh, Barry Blitz getting caught off by White over there. Little recycle happening. Offense coming in from Blue. That's a wave of Blue. See what I did
Santa
there?
Cruz wave.
You see what I did there?
That was good.
Barry calling it off. Unofficial score. Let's see. Let's look at the tallies.
Looks like 4 more points on the board in that last pass for the Bombshells, bringing it up to 48. The Kraken finishing that game at 308 points.
Sydney Vish is giving us a little show over here.
Sydney doing some pinup posing for us.
But she did acrobatics right before that.
Yeah.
Love you, Sydney. And that's official score. That's 308 for Kraken, 48 to Bombshells. Congratulations, Kraken, on your win. People, if you guys want to get a high five, get on the track right now. And let's hear it one more time for the skaters. Come on.